What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We have been doing a PvP deep dive into every single melee DPS class, basically going over their talents, their runes, and talking about how we think they're going to perform in the level 25 PvP bracket in Phase 1 of Classic WoW Season of Discovery. Today, we're going to be talking about the Enhancement Shaman. So without further ado, guys, let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is go over our runes, and we're going to start with the chest rune. Now, there is dual wield specialization here, right? Increase your chance to hit with both spells and melee attacks by 5% while dual wielding, and your storm strike ability now hits with both weapons while dual wielding. This to me is kind of a downer, just because there's no other melee rune in this slot for chest. And we really don't need that 5% hit chance for PvP, and we don't even have access to Storm Strike yet. So that does kind of stink, but there's nothing else here that would be great for a dual wield melee enhancement shaman. So we're obviously forced to take dual wield specialization. On our hand rune, we are going to be taking Lava Lash. Lava Lash is you charge your offhand weapon with lava, instantly dealing 100% offhand weapon damage. Damage is increased by 20% if your offhand weapon is enchanted with Flame Tongue. So this would be a no-brainer. This is going to give us another melee attack to basically be hitting. So we're going to take Lava Lash. And then on our leg rune here, this is where I think we're posed with a bit of a choice to make, right? We have Shamanistic Rage. Reduces all damage you take by 20%, and you regenerate mana every second for 15 seconds. Mana regenerated per second is equal to 15% of your attack power, 10% of your spell power, or 6% of your healing power, whichever value is greatest. Your party members within 40 yards will also receive 10% of the mana you receive this way. So this is a nice defensive cooldown, right? Even just the 20% damage reduction, you'd be able to pop this. That's not bad. However, if I was running an Enhancement Shaman for PvP, open world PvP in Warsong Gulch, I think Way of Earth is going to be the rune we put on our legs here, and this, I think, is the saving grace for Enhancement Shamans that are looking to PvP at level 25. While Rockbiter weapon is active on your main hand weapon, you deal 50% increased threat, gain 30% increased health, take 10% reduced damage, and gain 6% reduced chance to be critically hit by melee attacks. Earth Shock taunts targets to attack you and has a separate cooldown from your other shocks, but has its range reduced to melee range. Okay, so yeah, Way of Earth. I think that's the way to go. I don't think taking Shamanistic Rage is the play here, because you're getting 10% damage reduction from Way of Earth, but you're also getting 30% increased health and 6% reduced chance to be critically hit. So you're basically going to be running Rockbiter on your main hand weapon and then Flame Tongue your offhand. For Lava Lash, it might even be stronger to run Rockbiter on both and not run Lava Lash, but if we were to do that, then we would have to take maybe like Molten Blast instead of Lava Lash. But for the purposes of this video, we'll keep Lava Lash, and we're going to run Way of Earth because I think this is actually what will make Shamans decent in PvP. But the real issue becomes with their talents, right? So let's take a look at their talents. If we do the standard early game Enhancement Shaman, we're going to go 5 points into Concussion, which is going to give us 5% increased damage on our shocks as enhancement, and obviously Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, but you're not going to be casting that much as enhancement anyway. And then the problem is now that we run into the fact that we just simply don't have enough good talents to benefit melee combat at this level. So let's reset those and put 5 points into Ancestral Knowledge, right? Let's just get 5% extra mana. We're going to get Improved Ghost Wolf because that's an absolute must for Shamans in PvP. And then we're going to put 5 points in Thundering Strikes to get 5% crit chance. And now we're left with 4 talents, right? We have 4 left. So what if we put 3 points into Lightning Shield and we have 1 left and we put it into Flurry? Now this looks like it could be a pretty solid build, right? We got 5% increased mana. I do feel like this row is kind of wasted when it comes to damage, but 5% crit on your melee attacks is really nice, so that'll work out. And then we have Improved Ghost Wolf, which is basically amazing for getting around. You need some mobility. Improved Lightning Shield, so your Lightning Shield's going to do a little bit more damage. It doesn't do a ton of damage at this level, so it's kind of meh, but it's really the only talent in this row that I would take. We don't need any more dodge chance or anything like that. We don't need two-handed weapons. We're going to be dual-wielding one-handers. We don't need any more armor. I mean, getting the 1 point in Flurry is definitely going to help. Increase your attack speed by 10% for your next 3 swings after dealing a critical strike. So this would be my build for enhancement in PvP. I think with Way of Earth, you know, it's gonna be, you're gonna be a little bit more tanky, right? There may be different ways that you want to play this. Maybe this isn't the build at all, and maybe we want to go with 5 points into shield specialization to give us more block, take improved Ghost Wolf, take our crit chance, take our improved lightning shield, take flurry, and then maybe here we take shield mastery. Each time you block, you regenerate mana equal to 8% of your maximum mana, and you gain armor equal to 30% of your shield's armor value, stacking up to 5 times. You also always gain 10% increased chance to block and 15% increased block value. Like, this might actually be stronger, to be completely honest. And then we take Molten Blast here and Way of Earth. Like, basically play it like a melee, like a tank shaman, like almost how you would play a tank shaman in PvE. This might actually be stronger than the dual wield shaman at level 25, but I do think that it's going to take a little bit more to kind of ramp up the dual wield shaman's damage and survivability when it comes to PvP. So those are the 2 ways that I think I would play it. I honestly do think the tanking way with a one-hander and a shield, focusing on melee damage like that, might be a little bit stronger. But if you do want to go dual wield shaman, this would be the way that you do it. You know, you'd put your 5 points here, 5 points here, 2, 3, and then 1 in flurry. And that's your level 25. That's your points. And it might work well, but I have a feeling that the tank build is actually going to be a lot stronger in PvP. You're going to be really hard to kill. You're going to be blocking everything. So fighting, you know, melees is going to be just a joke. You'll probably slaughter them. But dual wield might actually be better. Not sure yet. It's something we have to really test. You know, without a beta or anything, it's hard to kind of make an accurate assumption on how this is going to be. But just judging by the talents and by the fact that this chest rune here is kind of wasted in PvP, I don't know. I do think maybe the tank enhancement shaman build might be stronger in PvP, but again, we got to test it out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really does help me out. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. This is a rough one for me. I'm not a big shaman player. I'm just doing some theory crafting. So forgive me if I'm wrong about any of this stuff. I'm absolutely not a shaman guru, just doing some theory crafting, and I'd like to get into some discussions with you guys on how you feel about this too and how you think they're going to do in PvP. Yeah, so consider subscribing to the channel, turning on post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video. And if you guys want to hang out with me live, I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/hammerdance Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll drop a link to that in the description below this video. And if you guys want to join an awesome Discord, we've been growing a community over the past month, and it's actually growing at a rapid rate. We have tons of people in there, good vibes, good people. We have a launch day event planned. You could sign up for that if you want, or if you just want to join the Discord and talk to some like-minded people who are all excited for the launch of Season of Discovery, we will welcome you with open arms. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.